Okay, hello everyone. It's Jeanette the Oracle, and I hope that everybody is doing well. I definitely am feeling good, feeling better. I can feel the energy actually shifting. I've been working a lot with my own personal energetic upgrades, taking on more of a leadership role with the archangelic realm. Uh, Learning a lot more information, all the good things. So it's been a very productive past couple of days, but also essentially since like maybe the past 2 weeks, very much feeling good. Anyway, let me know. I don't have any tea today. I just have water. I'm trying to stay, not trying to, I am staying up on my hydration. It's funny because here in California, Southern California, we're going to have like several days of rain continuing. Like we've had it on and off over this past week, but we're supposed to have like 5 days back to back, I believe, starting today. So we'll see. Sparkling water, regular water. Listen, yes, all the water. Anyway, as you're coming in, please like the video. It helps to basically make it more exposed in the YouTube ecosystem. Of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I saw a jump last week of like 20 subscribers. So thank you for those that subscribed. So I'll keep talking about it. I really want to get well past that 1,000 mark. That way I can stream directly from my my phone instead of having to use this platform. You're drinking still water. Awesome. Yes, lots of water. What was I going to say? Oh, next week I will not be here. I will be recording the spring equinox specialty video, but I will be giving the option if you would like to join me live for that channeling on a separate video conferencing platform that I use for my clients. So if you're interested, I'll put my email address in the description box below. Since it is a specialty video, it'll be $10 to join. And of course, you get access to it and be able to download it. If you are a monthly membership person, monthly member, you will actually get that sent to you. You'll get the recording sent to you automatically, okay? And if I didn't talk about it last week, I can't remember if I did or not, I have started a new monthly membership option where you get all of the zodiac sign videos, you get any specialty videos that I do for the month, as well as 20% off services, excluding any of the coaching stuff. So that would be individual coaching sessions, vision consultations, or coaching programs. But basically everything else, you have the option for 20% off with that membership. And it's only $50 a month. So it's a great deal. I will I'll just see. I feel like I'm supposed to do 2 specialty videos, one for spring equinox, specifically focused on these next 3 months, possibly. I'm not sure. We'll see what comes through. I'm not going to record that until obviously next week. So we'll see what comes through because spirit changes often. But I think I'm also going to be doing a video on Saturn's transition into Aquarius and what that cycle is going to be. It's like it'll be a precursor message because technically the cycle doesn't really fully begin until December. But we are going to be getting a taste of it. So I was getting a little bit of a pull to do that. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But just so you know, that's what's going on. Also, enrollment is still open for the spring semester of the Lightworker Incubator. It closes, the final day to apply is next Tuesday. First payment is due next Thursday. And classes start in April. So if you're interested in that for the spring semester, definitely check that out. Otherwise, there is a summer. That's my usual next session. I'll be opening up enrollment for that probably sometime in May. And those classes will begin in July, right in the middle of eclipse season. So that should be interesting. And that will be for the second half of the year. Okay, let's get into it. So Gonna keep it classic today. We're gonna go color. I'm gonna keep this relatively short because I think I only have like maybe an hour 15 left on my free streaming. So I'll do a color card. I'll pull an ascension card and then see what the messages are for us for the week. Again, I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everybody is staying grounded and calm in the midst of the seeming chaos externally. I know, especially here in the US, not only are we dealing with the potential fear and anxiety being whipped up by the media around this new virus, but also we're in the middle of a campaign, a presidential election year. So we have all of our primaries happening, all these elections happening. So it's, well, not elections, but our primary voting sequences. So yeah, it's a lot here. So I really do hope that, hello, welcome. I really do hope that you all are taking care of yourselves, that you are limiting time on social media as needed to maintain your sense of equanimity and divine neutrality. Enough being connected enough to stay aware of what's going on, but not allowing yourself to fall into addictive behavior, obsessive behavior, spiraling down into any kind of like excessive emotionality about things, because that doesn't serve anybody, right? It really doesn't. And at the end of the day, it actually gives more fuel to the things that we consistently fight against. So hold your ground, keep your head up, keep your heart open and bright. Stay within your energy field. There's no need to project your energy out to others. You can share and be in compassion without creating a cord with other people. And I know that can be tough for empaths, as you want to take on what other people are taking on, to feel what they feel, but that's not actually how you can best serve. The best way for you to serve is to hold steady, be the calm in the midst of, whatever is going on, whether it's people being triggered about the election or health crises, the economy, whatever it is, and to show an example of what the ascended human looks like, i.e. God in form. You have a social responsibility to do so, actually. Just saying. All right. I invite everyone to join in on this upcoming Sunday Unity Meditations. I haven't been the best about staying on top of posting reminders about that, but the Unity Meditations were started 4 years ago by a wayshower that I follow, Sandra Walter. So they happen throughout the day for 30 minutes, starting at 5:11 a.m. local time, going all the way to 5:11 in the evening. And it's a great way to connect in with group consciousness for the highest and greatest good of all. So I would definitely encourage you to join in this coming Sunday. I definitely will be participating. I'm not sure if I will jump on IG Live to do so. Every once in a while, I do get called to do that, but it is rare. But we'll see, because my cycle is actually about to start, so I might need to be not as accessible while I do my work. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Also, feel free to use the prayer that I have put up for Archangel Tzadkiel on Instagram. And I'll share the link in the description once this is uploaded. Okay. How's everybody feeling? Oh. Spirit was like, we're staying in this color. We're just, I don't even know. I shouldn't even bother to like pull colors. I really shouldn't, because we're just going to be working with this color for the foreseeable future. This straight up might be this year into next. All right, so the color is turquoise, but basically it's this, this blue aqua tone. And the phrase on this is awaken your empathy. I love that. It's beautiful. Card number 34. Okay, so take a look at that while I read the message. Actually, let me pull this here. Turquoise inspires the use of communication with feelings, builds confidence in your abilities, connects you with your intuition, and awakens your empathy. Turquoise makes ancient wisdom available and provides a sense of connection to your inner mastery. Hold something turquoise to awaken your empathy for others. Listen, in your prayers today, tomorrow, Sunday, turquoise. Pray this over everyone. Pray this over yourself. Pray this over those who are, policymakers, government officials, just anybody in any kind of position of power, business owners, what have you. To continue, when you empathize with people, you let go of your judgments and place yourself in their shoes. Allow your spirit to soften and receive an opportunity to support, encourage, and inspire others. Hold something turquoise, a crystal, some fabric, a flower, to remind you of your ability to help others. Then tell someone who needs to hear it that you care about them. When was the last time you said, I love you? That was me, not the message. The biggest way to prevent diseases is to show others that they matter. Okay, listen. The biggest way to prevent diseases is to show others that they matter. Say, I can now place myself in other people's shoes and talk to them from a place of love and compassion. What is the gift from all the stuff going on right now? Can this be one of our greatest opportunities to ignite and amplify empathy and connection, and seeing our interdependence with others, shifting from a me consciousness to a we consciousness, to where it's no longer other, it's now us. Listen, yes, come to Spirit with the prevention message, because that's a word. When you show that you care for others, like, what does that look like? Because there's all levels of being of caring. The spirit work is one way, of course. The mental work or the communication part, so speaking, writing, the emotional, I love you, expressing emotional connection and intimacy, physical acts of service for others, choosing to vote with marginalized people in mind, so that they're not taking advantage of when things are in a space of upheaval, being cognizant of the hard times that those who are, quote unquote, at the bottom of the totem pole have to go through just for the basics. Like, how can you show your empathy? And I really do specifically intend this awakening of the opening heart, the opening love, the amplification of that in all, especially in those who have not been allowing themselves to receive that experience. Let this soften the hard places. I'm gonna leave that alone. Because like I said, I'm not gonna be here for a little bit. All right, so let's get an Ascension card. This is from Ascension card deck by Diana Cooper. How's everybody feeling though? Are you feeling better? Have you noticed that there is a bit of a shift and a lightening up energetically? I hope so, because Lord knows I have been doing work along with other light workers in the spirit recently. So I hope that it's starting to register. It is well, not really like heavy lifting, but a lot of time. Oh, look who came through. The sun. You know this is me. This is my baby. Okay. It's just gonna be, listen, and I already knew that today's message was gonna be just better days ahead. Okay. So this is card number 10. The affirmation is, and look, I'm wearing yellow today. The affirmation is, I radiate golden light and take decisive action today. As the sun is covered by the clouds out here now, I'm losing light. The message on this is, the sun is the navel chakra of this universe. I do not agree. Y'all know how I feel about these cards. It radiates the divine masculine principles onto us. It radiates all principles, not just divine masculine. I'm just gonna have to read this card out. There is a feminine principle. That's why things are out of balance, because the masculine has not been connected to, or the masculine principle has not been connected to source, which is the feminine principle. So there is a call for the bringing forth of the feminine aspects, the feminine angels, archangelic realm, feminine sun principle, which is basically the soul of the sun, to the forefront, so there can be connection here. I can't. Y'all. Choosing this card suggests that the universe is calling on you to develop your qualities of decisive action, protecting the vulnerable, listen, rational thinking, courage, and strength. Invoke the sun in order to light up your aura and fill you with renewed enthusiasm for life. So we will definitely do a sun meditation real quick. This energy, right? Teach. Like, I'm not in the mood with this this stuff. Like, it's interesting, like, when you have a healed or healing consciousness that sits more in unity, and you see consciousness that comes through others that is limited and dualistic, it's just like, no, let's correct the languaging as best as we can. This experience, or the energy, will enable you to help everyone feel welcome and empowered, which is an important ascension quality. I love that. This energy of the sun will enable you to help everyone feel welcome and empowered, which is an important ascension quality. Your guidance is to fill your aura with brilliant golden light. Be true to yourself and act decisively today. Yes to the sun meditation. Okay. Sitting upright, palms up in your lap. Spine nice and tall. Head up. Bring your attention to your breath coming in and out of your nose. Focus right at the tip of the nostrils. So that your focus, your attention, your consciousness, your energy field is more self-contained within. Build your internal gravity. imagine the sun and its golden light in the middle of your brain. And actually open your eyes for this and look slightly up towards the middle of the eyebrows. And with each exhalation, see any and all heaviness and dark clouds dissipate throughout the front and the back and the sides. Let your brain become a sun. All parts of the brain, all the folds, center line, all the internal crevices. Now imagine the sunlight turning into liquid plasma. Cascading down your spine ever so slowly. Keep your eyes fixed where they are. That will help you to hold the visual of the sun. And have yourself feel this liquid plasma. Go down the spine. And if you meet any blocks, it's fine. Just take notice. Let the plasma move around. Let the sun of the brain shine even brighter, increasing its power and intensity, going golden white. Take a moment to take a deep breath in, exhaling through the mouth. Deep breath in, exhaling through the mouth. Deep breath in, And when this plasma reaches the base of the spine, let it pool there, right at the tip. And let it fill up like water almost, filling the entire space held by the vertebrae, which is basically all the spinal fluid. And see this water rising along your golden white spine, maintaining your eye position, feeling this feeling. And let the water continue out through the top of the spine to around the brain. I forgot what the technical term is for the cerebral fluid. I think there's a different name, but close enough. You may notice that there is a slight aqua tinge or turquoise tinge to the water. That's fine. It may be the golden white light. It may be clear. There is no right or wrong. Just notice. That spine and brain still shining bright. Now, seeing this golden white light make its way through all of the major nerve bundles coming off of our nervous system. Also, the nerves going into muscles and the bones, ligaments, organs, skin, all shimmering with this golden white light of the sun. And now imagine in your abdomen another sun glowing. A beautiful, diffuse, golden white light. Imagine small suns in each palm of your hand, floating just above. Imagine small suns below the soles of your feet, floating just below. Imagine small suns at the nerve plexus, at the throat, which we refer to as the throat chakra, at the heart plexus, which we refer to as the heart chakra, at the central plexus, just below the diaphragm, which we refer to as the solar plexus chakra, at the space right behind the belly button, which we refer to as the hara chakra, at the nerve plexus, at the back of the pelvis, which we refer to as the sacral chakra, and to the nerve plexus at the base of the spinal column in the coccyx bone, which we refer to as the root chakra. Now surround yourself with a sphere of aqua light. If you want, you can have it be turquoise. Breathing deeply, stay connected to breath. Expanding the sphere out to 3 feet all around you. If you are a light worker who does energy work or healing work, or somebody who does body work like massage therapy, physical therapy, yoga, etc., expand the field out to 6 feet. Also, if you work with high-risk populations, so this would be therapists, possibly social workers, etc. The circle is expanding. You stay within your field. And connecting to the living light core of Earth and the living light core of the sun, below and above, respectively. Grounding and balancing. Now pull the sphere in. And let that aqua turquoise color be infused into your aura, into your body, the nervous system, the spine, the brain. And now release all the suns. Letting your physical body adjust. Holding the intention that this is the new standard of vibrational frequency. Come back to this often to practice daily. All right. How was that feeling? Let's get messages for the sun for this upcoming week, because we're coming into the spring equinox. Glad that's feeling good, Leona. Hopefully that also helped to open up everyone's clairvoyance a little bit more, especially if you're someone like me that is more heavily empathic, and clairvoyance isn't necessarily the strongest point. Keeping your eyes open can be quite helpful, actually. All right, so let's see messages for us this upcoming week. Awesome, you're welcome. Oh goodness, first card out is the Tower. Come through breakthroughs. Got the mystery card, Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Ace of Swords, Emperor, Princess of Swords, Temperance, Two of Swords, High Priest, and in the center we have the King of Swords. Mm. We are shifting into new territory. We are shifting into new territory, and the ancestors are with us. They're actually feeling pretty strong. So lean on them a lot more. Okay. They can help. They can help you. There is a deep sense that I see here and a picking up of really being connected to your higher self, your intuitive nature, which is really good. But there seems to be more still a predominance for remaining connected to the open-hearted space, because there is a breakthrough coming, like specifically with this equinox it's looking like. We've had to be in a bit of a holding pattern, conserving our resources, whether that's material resources, emotional resources, mental, spiritual, etc. That has been necessary. There's a greater sense of vision and purpose for the future. Greater mastery in holding boundaries, for sure. Yeah, but whenever you don't feel like you know what to do, ask for help. I feel like, well, no, I haven't really been talking about this much. I know I might have made a post recently about it, but um oh no, I was talking about it last week with the archangelic realm. But yeah, if you need help, ask for it. Both in the physical and in the spirit. You can't ask for too much. There's no way for you to be able to quantify all that's there that's available for you. Real talk. Getting confirmation that you are on your correct path. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing right now. Of course, as you know, as I say you, I'm including myself, right? You can't ask for too much. Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's this thing, this idea that, well, it's also our nature to project human constraints and perspectives on the non-physical worlds. But that's not what we're dealing with. It's an interesting dynamic of I wonder if it's sometimes being overwhelmed by being in a state of constant overflow. You know, is that a thing? Can you actually get overwhelmed by too much ecstasy? Has that been what's been happening? That's a very real possibility, especially if I mean, all of us, right? But especially if you've experienced trauma, expansion and freedom can be scary. It can actually be overwhelming because we might not have the pliability of the emotional and mental body to handle the flow, the abundance. Like if your container is only this small and someone's trying to pour a gallon worth of water, like it's, yeah, you could feel like you're drowning, right? So given whatever your individual capacity is, can you at least ask for help to the point where you're at least filled up, even if possibly being in a state of constant overflow is too much? Maybe overflow actually is where the shift needs to happen, is thinking about this in terms of perpetual motion. So like a source of movement or a source of energy that feeds back within on itself, as opposed to spilling over and possibly like feeling out of control. That's essentially what the torus field is, though, of our aura bodies. The energy goes out and circles back in and also receives energy. But it's a big looping and circle. It's a self-contained system. That's what actually makes the individuated consciousness so interesting and unique. But everything has that torus field, that open looping system, whether we consider it sentient or not. Everything generates, the whole universe is crafted from an electromagnetic field. Don't know why those messages need to come through, but it's a word, so. Oh, part of what that, so basically it's essentially like what the sun is in a lot of ways. It's a self-contained energy production center. Now, technically, over time, it does actually run out of fuel, but it's the closest example that we can have in the physical, right? But it is its own source of power, and it also is a source of power for whatever else is around it that is able to receive what it's offering. Oh, that's a message. Are you tuned? Are you tuned to the frequency of that flow? Because if you're not tuned to whatever that frequency is, you're not picking up the signal, you're not picking up the flow. Like with the radio dial, right? Like when you hit a particular frequency, like you'll hear the channel, the radio station that might be broadcasting. But if you don't have that exact frequency, you're not going to hear it. The stream isn't going to come through even though it is existing. That's something to consider. If you're not feeling that flow within your body, within yourself, within your energy, what are you tuning into? What are you trying to feed off of for energy? Because nothing external is going to give that to you. Kind of like in this card, this Two of Swords, there's a background field. Curious, curious, curious. Your word is your command. Speak it and it is so. Be cognizant of what you're speaking over your life. If you're even speaking at all. Like, are you using your voice to speak over yourself, over your family, over your community, over the world? Are you commanding something, declaring and decreeing it to be so? Or are you asking? Are you affirming reality? This is like hella esoteric, which is fine. I'm like, what are we about to step into? One second. I'm gonna check on something real quick. And then we'll get into closing guidance. Everybody doing good? Much love and healing vibes to anybody who is just in general sick, not with any, new global pandemic, but just like has, the regular flu or allergies or what have you. Blessings and healing to you, because I know this is one of those tough times, especially for like allergy sufferers, or if you're somebody who does tend to get sick around this time, this transition between winter into spring. Depending on where you live, like pollen might really be starting to like pop up in the rain and stuff. So yeah, love to you. Love and blessings to you. I can't believe the sun came out. That's hilarious. We literally had the sun come out last week too, with the angelic realm, and that was for the way shower class. And just fire energy, period. So I hope everybody is working with that. In particular, use the aqua flame, so that blue fire. Okay. Well, sun is coming out specifically about maintaining the higher ground and maintaining defense because of this devil card. Ain't that a bitch? The devil is all about power and our use of it or the abuse of it. Listen, are you using your powers for good or not? Two of Swords again. Maintaining that equanimity. Not going to the love and light extreme, not spiraling down. Divine neutrality. Trusting the deeper wisdom, trusting the intuitive self, staying connected to source. We also got 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is very much about exercising our power to hold higher ground, like flat out. And again, this is across the board in all things. As I mentioned earlier, here in the US, we have a lot that's happening right now for us this year, in addition to what's happening globally. We also got the 7 of Cups. Let me get one last card. Yeah, because there's just like so much emotion out there. And internally. But also be very clear, is that yours or not? Or are you just picking up what's happening around you? People's triggers. Okay. Listen, I know I'm a fellow empath, but that's the question that we have to constantly ask ourselves. Is what I'm feeling, is what's coming up actually mine, or am I picking up someone else's stuff? That includes thoughts too. When something pops into mind, is it actually yours? More often than not, it's not yours. And if you're picking up a lot of stuff mentally or emotionally from others, that means you need to be more self-contained with your energy. And the reason why you're not being self-contained is subconsciously you're seeking fuel, you're seeking source outside of self, which is actually what the devil energy is. It's parasitic, it's feeding on others, as opposed to being directly connected to source, which is what the sun energy is, which is that perpetual energy source. That's really the difference between what's true light versus true dark. True light does not have to be like literally white light. I mean, at its base is, do you operate from unity consciousness? And as a consequence, are you actually connected to source? Or are you feeding off of others? And trust me, we exhibit this ourselves. A lot of us, many of us unconsciously, some of us, especially those in power, consciously. Hello, capitalism. Too many cards. Single card, please. Princess of Cups, again, staying in that heart. Magician at the bottom. You're going to get what you intend or ask for or put your conscious attention on. Do you want to perpetuate this not only in your life and in the collective, or do you want to perpetuate this? I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, let's close with the Enchanted Map Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. I'm going to conserve my energy I need to wind down into respecting my mensee's time. All right, so card number 17 was the first card that came up, Ghostlands. This is the first time I've seen this card. And in card number 52, excuse me, Magical Map Shifter, also a new card I haven't seen. This almost feels very much like that Magician card. Let's see what this Ghostlands is talking about, though. I'm very curious about this. All right, let's take a look at that. It's beautiful. The quote is, "You can learn from the past and imagine a beautiful future, but you must live in the here and now." Why do I feel like this is about to read everybody right now? Hold on. Whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing, for rarely do the present and future match up exactly on the enchanted map that is your life story. The future has no substance right now. It is a place that has no grounding as of yet. You can't live there, yet you can take measured steps toward a dream or goal. These steps are important now. The same goes for nostalgia. You can look into the past wistfully and remember beautiful moments or revisit lessons learned. However, you can't live there, nor can you go back and change what was. Yesterday is gone forever. Live fully in the present. The now is the most powerful place to put your attention. Its magic reaches out in every direction, further than the heart and soul can see. Okay. Very interesting. And there's two doors on here, one for the past and one for the future. All right, card number 52. Is this the last card in the deck? No, it's not. Okay, Magical Map Shifter. Spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. And scene, like that's just the word. I mean, all right, when the Magical Map Shifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake and aware, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. The Magical Map Shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. All right, well, I feel like there's so much that's actually like packed into all of this that is just going to have relevance on so many different levels. So I'm definitely not going to attempt to break that down, but I would say definitely let this resonate for you as it needs to at all levels of being. And yeah, this empathy piece and the sun, both of these are very deeply healing energies. Also work with the earth element in the physical body too for grounding as well. That can be very helpful and beneficial. So you have 3 tools to work with in the coming week or weeks ahead, most likely. But yeah, so that is it for me. I'm going to bounce. Like I said, next week I won't be on here, but I will be doing a live recording for the spring equinox specialty video. So if you'd like to join, it's only going to be $10. I'll put that info in the description when I upload, when this gets uploaded. And I'll probably also put out a quick reminder video on here too, for those of you who are here on YouTube that don't, for whatever reason, follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Please also sign up for my newsletter. I am definitely wanting to make sure that I am connected to everyone there on a platform that is not controlled by Facebook, just in case, because you know how they can be. And I'm sure you've been noticing, like, some of your faves that you probably follow on these platforms are leaving because of the shadow banning and restrictions and things like that they have. So I'm thankfully not there, and not trying to be there, but you know, it is what it is. So definitely thank you for that support. Love to you all. Like I said, stay blessed, stay healthy, wash your hands, and take it easy. All right. Love you all so much. Thank you for all the hearts. And yes, I will see you, God willing, of course, because, you know, tomorrow's not ever promised, nor today even. But God willing, I'll see you next time.